This is Michi Hoyer, this is Avid Chronic Racing, and this is stream 1 after we finally hit the 1,000 subscriptions. And to celebrate this, we're gonna do another eventful race in a BMW Z4 GT3 car around Road America. Currently we got the Blancpain Endurance Series on, but we are sitting in the Sprint Series, and to have even more celebration, we got Robert with me, so my engineer, Avid Chronic Racing engineer, being with us for the final race of the week.
Hello everyone, good to be back.
Hey Robert, how are you doing? How was your week with all your exams? Hope you are fine.
Don't know yet. I haven't got all the results yet back yet. But we'll see. I'm not gonna say I'm optimistic because I'm not, but because I usually end up being hugely disappointed when I'm optimistic and rewarded when I'm pessimistic. So I would like to be a bit more pessimistic because from the history it usually paid off for me.
Well, yeah, it's usually the same thing, you know, you rather be in realism or a bit of pessimism in order to then celebrate even harder if it goes the other way.
Yep. Every time when I do well in the tests, I usually don't do so well in exams, and the other way around. So every time I struggle with tests, I usually do very well with exams. So we'll see.
Alright, having said so, I think we are ready to get some racing in. Ambient temperature is 27 degrees, so we should run 204s in that.
No, 203s.
203s. Even with race fuel?
No, with race fuel no, but in qualifying trim 203 should be the goal.
Yeah, in 27-degree ambient temperature, I agree. But currently, as I said it, we are sitting in race fuel conditions, because I usually never do practice on low fuel, because to be totally honest, in the end everything that matters is the car's performance on race fuel. Not too much on the qualifying trim, that will come from its own.
Yep. And guys, pay attention to the right down corner of the stream, because you will see something new added to the stream. And I'm really happy to have it as well, because yeah, you know me, I'm a bit pedantic when it comes to braking.
The fuck? I was stationary off track. So what I really found out is that the car itself is pretty unpredictable in low tire temperatures, so probably that was the reason why I spun it in lap 1 or 2.
Right now you spun because of the brake bias. Move it a bit more forwards and it should be fine.
Oh, true, that has changed back from the other race. Actually, I found it a lot more confident when being furthermore to the front. Holy moly. That just happened again.
You might not know this, but real car sometimes even uses 60 at the front brake bias, so... Yeah, real Z4 really had a huge forward brake bias.
To be totally honest, that spin just around turn 2 felt like I was off the brakes and the brakes to the rear still attached, like on a brake-by-wire system when it fails.
Yeah, that's because of how you get off brake pedal. You do it too quickly, it has to be a bit slower. Once you do it, the transition of weight will be also smoother, and I don't really think it should be affecting you as much.
I feel like the tire pressure is still just too low in the beginning.
Could be, could be. I'm really surprised that iRacing actually allows you to use so low pressures for Blancpain, because I believe Blancpain rules say that you can't go below 155 cold pressures, but teams usually find a way, or let's say loophole in that to go a bit lower with pressures. But yeah, I believe Blancpain rules say that the cold pressures shouldn't be lower than 155.
Well, we got 148 now. I just raced them in the rear, and suddenly the car feels absolutely fine. It's just now.
Yeah, iRacing is really delicate when it comes to pressure changes. Much more than real life or rFactor 2. In real life, having a difference of 5 to 10 kPa, you can feel it, but it's not a deal breaker. While in iRacing, it can totally change your car from hero to crap.
I will pretend very much on what is going to be the ambient temperature in the real race, because if that is high, I go low again and, well, try to find a way around that twitchy rear in the first lap. But if I stay with those pressures, and it's gonna be high ambient temperature, pressures might rise too hot, which then compromises speed too much. Because right now the car feels okay, but in a hotter environment that could totally change again. Thank you very much, Willie OD, by the way. It was a long way, but we made it. Hey Zachary, yeah, I do know that the Audi is probably even faster, but I do not have a set ready for that yet. So I might.
Yeah,
I might.
right now it's the fastest car.
I might.
It used to be the slowest one way, I don't know, 2 seasons back. Then a season ago, Audi was again somewhere in the mid pack, and now it's the best again.
I hate Audi. They look crap from behind. They sound a bit weird. I do not like the car brand at all.
Well, it's naturally aspirated V10, so, but in person, actually Audi sounds amazing. Not as cool as Porsche, for example, the new one with 4-liter V6. No, straight 6, sorry. Straight 6. It sounds like a wasp. I mean, one of the most glorious sounds that I ever heard in person.
What is the abbreviation for straight 6 rather than V6? I mean, the V6 is obviously standing for the V positioning of the cylinders. Yeah. What is it S6 then?
It's basically the cylinders are flat in a car, in an engine block. It's not going in such an angle. It's basically what's the word? Let me have a look so I know how to call it.
Sure.
Parallel. They are parallel to each other, and that's what actually makes the Porsche engine so unique. Sound-wise, performance-wise. This engine also has really low inertia, so that actually is really paying off for this car.
Antoine, thank you very much for noticing. However, if I run iRacing in full screen mode, it keeps crashing. So I'd rather add 2 frames of lag than a potential crash and a DNF, if you know what I mean. But thank you for the feedback and thank you for the knowledge. Antoine, by the way, are you racing in the endurance race of Blancpain tonight here at Road America? How are you guys doing there?
And Michi tried to brake earlier almost everywhere. Basically, what I've spotted you to do quite often is brake too late and then have this wiggle with your wheel to kind of correct it. And in iRacing, it's always making the things worse, because with each time you do this, you heat up to the tires much more than they need to be, and therefore making your braking points even longer and making it harder and harder with each lap for you to maintain high pace. So I would rather see you not braking enough than out braking the car. Of course, the best thing would be having a perfect braking point and braking performance, but since it's really hard to do over the entire lap for many laps, I don't expect you to be on point every time, but at least if you have to make a decision, I would rather see you braking too early than too late.
Okay, copy, trying that.
Also, now I'm trying to look at the car handling and see, maybe I will see a few things that need to be fixed.
Antoine, what would you recommend to do in order to fix that? It's a bad module issue. So bad module, something stuff does stop working, and then my iRacing crashes.
Doesn't iRacing have borderless?
Yeah, but even on borderless it seems crashing. That's why I run it in windowed mode. It's not optimal, I do know that. Too late on the apex. Just losing another 4/10.
And what your FOV is it 65?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. But definitely you drive better with lower FOV than with higher one.
Well, if you say so.
Yeah, I can totally commit to saying that you improved at least 1 second due to lower FOV.
Wow, 154 guys registered for the session.
Nice turn 1. This is exactly how you should take turn 1.
Thank you. Was... Let me see this again.
Really, yeah, it makes, but Michi is kind of stubborn to not to use lower FOV.
So race session is set. 160 guys are subscribed to this race. So good luck to me sitting in a good split.
Also, if you want to have more confidence while attacking such curbs, I can give you small adjustment that you can make to make it more compliant over the curbs like this.
The only thing that was an issue though is that the car gets a little bit wiggling on that bump that is right before that turn. Other than that, I'm pretty much alright, and with the rippled exit curbs, like in the exit of after the long back straight and the exit after turn 4. Well, they are a bit slippery, but I think nothing you can fix setup wise.
You can totally fix it with setup.
Yeah, but will it then? I mean, the only thing that is happening is I'm losing traction there.
Yeah, because the wheels are jumping in a fashion which is a bit chaotic, and when you make a wheel go up and down in a perfect fashion for specific conditions, specific curb, specific bump, it maintains the contact with road as long as it can be, therefore creating your much needed traction. So if from the looks, just by watching the stream, I can tell you that it looks like your compression rate on high speed dampers might be too low, and having a bit higher can make the car a bit more, let's say,
Feel free looking at it then.
maybe a bit more lazy on curbs, but it's a good thing.
I've opened the thing for you.
Yeah. -6, so it's stiffer or softer than -5, for example. I believe -6 is softer than -5, yeah?
Yeah, I think so too.
So go to -5 on the rear and -4 on front high-speed compression. And maybe one click softer on both rebound on the front and the rear on the fast rebound, both rear and front.
So say again.
So one click softer on front and rear high-speed rebound.
Okay. Done that. On fuel.
And try that.
Well, it's qualifying, so
It should be fine.
yeah.
And if it feels a bit off for you, then we can totally revert to the old ones with no problem for the race. But if it works for qualifying, it should really pay off in racing, so you won't feel so anxious over cutting a corner a bit.
Let's see. To be totally honest with you, yeah,
those flat ones won't feel any different. It's the one, for example, at the kink the right king, which is almost flat out, those are the places where it should pay off the most.
Feels a bit less jumping.
Yep.
Alright, first of 2 laps.
I don't like the sound.
Nope.
Something happened.
Yep. And
Oh, that.
RIP A license.
Remember that qualifying halves the incidence rate, so
Yeah, but still, I mean, I need a plus 24. And I think a plus 25 would be incident-free race.
I'm not the expert here, so I can't say, but maybe.
Oh, to be totally honest though, that has never happened before. Really.
Well, you touched the grass.
Yeah, but still, the behavior of the car, it felt like being easy catchable, even though running into Windows mode. It did not even come off that way before. I know I touched the grass, but still.
It's a bit random. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. There is no easy answer for these situations, it just sort of happens. You can lap 100 laps and nothing happens, and on that 101 lap you can get something like this out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. So I will only have the chance to run 1 lap anyway. For all the other things I have no time left in the session.
No problem.
Just don't do it again, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, good luck to me then. White flag. So we just get 1 anyway.
Just focus on braking points and using brake pedal, and it will be fine. Well done on first corner. Second one is also good enough.
So 204, hopefully 204.8.
Apart from 3 mistakes that I saw, it was
4.
okay lap.
Yeah.
Without those mistakes, it would be low 204. Position 8.
Let's have a look entry-wise. Oh, yeah, but we're not sitting in one of those top splits. This is, I think we have 6 splits right now, and this might be the 3rd one.
Could be, but it's actually good for us.
So,
because
server's already ready for gridding. I think we only just made it. Alright, this is set. It works. We sit on the grid. Anything you'd like to change quickly? Or if you are right?
depends how you feel the car.
Car felt fine, literally, in the end. I mean, it was pretty much okay.
Then I would guess nothing. Just yeah, I've only counted 3 mistakes on that lap, and all of them were mistakes on braking. So without that, the car would have at least seemed quite nice. I'm not saying anything is wrong with the car right now, and it's actually good that we are in that 3rd split perhaps, because that means that you could actually get to a top 10 in qualifying, which maybe could prevent you from some shenanigans in the middle pack and at the end of the pack. So the
Might
closer
be.
you get to the top of the qualifying, the lesser the chance of you having trouble.
Yeah, I just hope I keep it clean this time. It's definitely P8 is not a bad result. Alright.
I don't think you've ever been higher than P8 in qualifying, at this track at least.
Nope, I wasn't.
So that's a good start.
Hey Matthew, thank you for joining, and thank you everyone for the congrats on the 1,000 subs. To be totally honest, I need to give them back to you, need to give them also to Robert. Robert is part of that story and part of that journey. You guys are part of that journey. Someone has stopped on the right for whatever reason.
Maybe to thank for 2,000 subs.
Yeah, we're on the way to 2,500 actually, as you can see in the bar below. So yeah, massive thank you to all of you supporting me the way you do it. This is all your work and expertise. Of course, I'm doing the streaming stuff, but you guys keep watching it, and you guys keep cheering for me, which is part of a story. So massive thank you to you to make this possible. Now we just hit our next milestone on our way to something greater, something bigger.
Something bigger, you say? Like a popcorn machine?
Oh, you never know.
Yeah, it would be actually quite useful for your races when something really bad happens. Having a popcorn is actually quite nice idea.
We have a lot of ideas there.
Awesome. Hey Matt, I forgot to greet you.
Thanks for noticing, DG, what the top time in the top split was. Danjo, that is so true. Someone has lost his audio.
Let's see if it's someone at the front or at the back, because if it's at the front, he might not hear you coming from the rear. Well, it's not a good idea to have him in front of you.
So we turn up the engine into race mode, catch up the car ahead, before we then get ready for green.
Plus catch up. I said hey, hey.
Idiots.
Yep. It seems like brake testing is actually a thing in this series.
Yep.
And what we need right now is Montoya yelling, "Freaking Raikkonen, what a freaking idiot!"
Come on, BMW, pull it away. Not really sure whether I'm happy to sit in that split, racecraft wise.
Ooh, I really like this pink Audi. It actually looks the part.
Oh, that was close.
Yep, it was close. Still freebie. We are in P6 or P5 right now. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure myself.
It is 100% P6 or above. That's for sure. And Audi is fast on the straight, so try to keep it in front of you on the straights. Pull you. Whoa, you are P7. I wasn't expecting that. I was almost sure that you are at least P6.
Yeah, I got jumped on the start, I think. And one guy spun out.
Yeah. I thought that you actually jumped.
No.
Guy
I was brake checked.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Someone spun again.
Now you are P6.
Yeah.
Ask and you will be given. It's actually a good idea to push him through the king, so he tries to be as fast as he can be through there, and maybe gets a cut or even touches the grass. That's actually a good strategy to get this position.
Right now I have other issues in my rear.
If you keep that Audi in front of you, you should be good enough with top speed. Right now we are doing just fine. Don't look at in mirrors too much, just focus on what's in front of you. Just make the other guy. Michi, that was close. Don't be this kind of guy that threatens to dive bomb someone.
Speaking of dive bombs, I'm feared of being dive bombed from behind.
It's okay to throw a dummy for someone, but going inside and braking as late as possible, just in hope that the other guys get scared and gives you way.
No, that's not my style of driving usually.
Okay.
I just saw him going wide and leaving space on the apexes, like here. So that's why I tried it maybe.
Well, you just need to realize that sometimes it's just asking for trouble and you don't want trouble right now. You want to be safe, you are in a good position for iRating and safety rating, so don't screw it up with one single attempt to get one more position. That's exactly what you should be doing.
This does not work for long though.
Do it for as long as you can. If he gives up and goes into the pits for fuel, then we should be fine.
I know that.
It's just playing on his morale. If we break his spirit, should be fine.
God damn.
Just stick to the racing lane and maybe it will pay off. Told you. Yeah, cover the inside. It should be okay. Okay, the pink car has got overtaken, so if he is fast enough, then we should really hope that they are gonna bother each other a lot, giving you some more breathing room.
$170 beats per minute still, no joke.
It's good. It's actually good. If it goes down to, let's say, 120, that should be your sweet spot.
Yeah. The guy in the black Audi is just too good.
Over the inside. He doesn't have top speed outside the slipstream to actually overtake you on merit. So. He needs both slipstream and your mistake on braking to actually overtake you, so keep that in mind. Cover the inside. Yeah, they are touching each other. They just touched. So it seems like they are gonna fight each other, which is good for us. Whew, that was close. Okay, you are far enough. They are close to each other, so they're gonna fight each other. Finally, you start breathing.
Come on. Remember the things. I missed the braking.
Well, it's not what you needed right now. Once again, cover the inside towards turn 1. You will not have top speed required for him to overtake you. That's what I meant. Nicely done. Just always cover the inside and you can drive like this forever with him. Maybe it's not optimal, but you don't have the raw speed to challenge the P3 guys, so the best you can actually do is keeping the P4. And make sure you get the last few corners right this time, so you won't have this hairy moment again towards turn 1. You should be fine totally. It seems that every time you have at least 3 or 4 tenths advantage over the guy after the last corner, it seems that you are totally fine the first corner. Good thing is that this Hugh guy seems not to be too eager to dive bomb you, so you can actually focus on getting your braking points right instead of looking at the mirror in fear that he might actually jump you. Actually, for some reason you are catching up on the guy in third. He was almost 10 seconds in front of you and now he is 8.4 on my end.
A reason could be because I do not do defensive lines at the minute.
Yeah, that's totally probable. Still, he's not far enough.
I know.
If he makes a mistake worth of a couple of seconds, you can actually get him by the end of the race. Given you will have flawless race with no mistakes and perfect pit stop. Which under your circumstances you should stretch this stint as long as you can.
Well, I fueled up the car fully, so I should be doomed for that anyway.
Then try to keep it as long as you can. If you have fuel for 20 laps, just do 20 laps.
Yeah, copy.
Your pace seems to be quite good actually. we are lapping in low 205s with couple high 205s, which is actually not bad. If you get into high or mid 204s, then you can totally feel safe with P4. Anyway, good job so far. We are finally using brake pedal as a way to balance the car. I can see at the carousel, for example.
God damn it.
Well done. If you keep at it, just covering the insides every well, it should be totally fine.
Yeah, now I was too late. And then brakes.
Like I told you, sometimes I want you to be too early than too late.
Yeah, I know.
And just one thing, if you get in the position in which you feel that you have no chance of defending, or there is high risk of defending this position, just give it to him. It's not worth ruining the race and your iRating and safety rating.
Copy.
5 is also much needed position as is P4.
Oh, he lost it. Alright, time to run now.
Well, now you will have the pink guy behind you. So
Yeah, but he should not be as fast because I overtook him.
yeah, he wasn't as fast, but
I'm not underestimating him, but looking at it from a realistic point of view, he's not in the draft, and he lost it as well.
yeah, that's a good point actually. So focus fully on breaking points, on apexes. Don't look. He lost it. The pink one lost it.
Yeah, that's what I said. He lost it as well. Time to focus on fuel now.
Exactly.
10.2 liters left, that is an equivalent of 2.5. Lap times are pretty quick. So I have 2 laps left. So I box with 10:30 to go. In 10:30 to go, you can do 5 laps for sure, or 6 pretty safely. So we fuel for 7 laps.
Yeah, don't take any risks. Just
Give
maybe
me 7 times 3.6 liters
Okay.
multiplied.
uh, 25.2.
25.2, because we have 2 liters to spare. We take 25. Copy?
Copy.
Copy. 25 set. Tires.
And
Unchecked.
it's a safe option. This
Yeah.
25, yes? Okay,
Yeah.
then okay, that's good.
There's another black Audi coming now. So tires unchecked, relative. Oh, that was that
Does
guy.
look-
That is pretty good. That started from the very back.
Oh, okay. If he's really fast, I mean like half a second faster per lap, then you can give him the position if he attacks. Just don't give it too easily.
Sure. He boxes now. We go 1 additional lap before we box then.
So you box next lap,
Copy.
correct? Okay. Be as smooth as you can. Don't push the time, just be as smooth as you can. See, you already are gaining just because I told you to be smoother. With clean air, I can totally see you lapping in 204s. This lap is actually really good from you.
Thank you.
This is how you should drive. Memorize it.
Box.
24. Don't brake too late or too early.
I broke too early. Where's my pit box though? Oh, there. Ooh, for a split second I was feared I missed it.
And this is this pink car that lost.
Wow. The Audi guy just overtook us in pits. Well, look at the speed. Yeah.
With better entry and then better pitting than.
Yeah, but still, I mean, 1.1 second. He left. He went into pits with 0.7 seconds behind. You will see him literally walk away.
If he does, then oh well.
Yeah.
Just focus on not getting any incidents. And I believe you haven't got even one incident. No, wait. From qualifying, you only had one incident from qualifying. But from the race, it
nothing.
Was clean.
Luckily. Despite being brake checked and despite nearly being, to be totally fair, the Audi and me, we made contact once when I overtook the pink Audi around the outside turn 1.
But it was the Rex.
Yeah, it was not even noted, but I could hear it and felt it. But yeah, so we're incident free. Can't actually believe it myself. 2.9 seconds to the car behind. Look how this Audi walks away, 2.5 seconds the gap is.
Yep. Audi is really fast after BOP. And not taking away anything from this guy. He must actually have a great setup and really
good driving, yeah.
Mark, you mean our Discord channel? Our team? Or what do you mean?
We're sitting in a private room right now, and obviously the access to the team Discord channel cannot be given away. I'm sorry for that. Oh.
Bon appetit. Wait, we are P3 right now?
Yeah. Wait. If the red car makes it past the black car, we have a chance to stay in third. If not, and I think it's the black car staying in ahead. Gap is 2.6 seconds. I would need to risk everything.
No,
I just did. Yeah, exactly.
Just drive your race. Don't push it. Just try not to cut any corner. If he overtakes, he overtakes. If he doesn't, then it's still P4, which is more than I actually expected from you this race. I thought you will be around P6, P7. So P4 is actually much better than I thought it would be.
It's got 6 minutes to go. I think it's still 3 laps, and yeah, he's gaining like a second still. As soon as he comes on my back, I think it's a GG.
Remember this. Catching up is one thing, overtaking is another. So
yeah, still.
If you're gonna be smart enough while you're defending, you can actually make him and stay behind for 1 or 2 laps, which might actually prove to be enough for you to get the position. And on the straights he loses out 2 or 3 times, so Audi is a train wreck on the straights. And it's actually quite funny because it was always BMW being the slowest GT3 car on the straight. Remember, be smooth and you will be able to post 204. Just like the last lap before pitting, it was a really good lap for you. And you were really smooth during that lap. See? Gaining. You're welcome.
I think this is penultimate lap.
If you don't make any mistakes, you've got it. He's not closing on you. He only gained like 2 tenths. So your pace is actually really good right now.
White flag. He will do it in the 3rd ultimate corner, I'm sure. He will try doing that.
Don't let him. Remember, if he really insists on taking this position, then leave it, but don't make it too easy for him. Still defend your position with some margin.
I will, no worries.
if you have 3 tenths or above after last corner, then you've got it.
Come on, get to the line, get to the line. Yeah!
Congrats.
Yeah! Holy moly, that race should have not gone longer one lap. Whee! Yeah, I knew he would either dive bomb me on the final turn or on the third ultimate. Can't believe it, a 0 incident race in a P3. Pfft. Thank you very much, Robert. For some reason,
No
always when you are in the room, things are going a lot better. Might be a placebo, but still.
Yeah, probably coincidence. I'm not gonna take any glorification of my efforts. All I did was actually to sort of commentate on the race. Nothing more. You did the driving, so you did actually what you were supposed to do in that race, and if you do this couple of more times, and you'll totally be fine.
Yeah, I definitely will feel better time after time. Thank you, Mr. Clean. Still waiting for the results. I'm a bit tempted now because I don't care about this incident in qualifying. If it hands me a plus 24, I hit 4.0, which should promote me to A class. But I think I would have seen the message in my face already if that would have been the case. So here we are. We were sitting in the third of 6 splits though. Holy moly, 6 splits in a race. Probably I can be happy sitting in that third split rather than in second. There is the result. Yes, we made it B4.44, and I think I cannot be promoted because I was in that season already promoted to B class.
I think it will be promotion during the next season, which actually should start soon.
Yeah, in 2 or 3 months. So yeah, that made it. Oh, that's just great. B44. B4.44 plus 73 on the iRacing. I'm happy. And with that happiness, I'm gonna end this one. Robert, thank you for being here. Everyone
No
else,
problem.
thank you for being with me, for being with us. With full
I'm actually
happiness.
quite pleased with the setup that you were running.
Oh yeah, the setup was good. And with full happiness, I also adjust a little target we now have. So we want to make 2,500 subs by the mid of the year. It's a very ambitious target, but I think we can do it. Thank you very much, Nuno Cavallo. Hope I pronounced that right. Danjo, thank you very much. Literally, I should stop doing some iRacing now for the next 3 weeks, to to not get danger on the A class. Danjo, will I still be promoted now? Despite I already got it to B license this week. Because that would enable us to drive the McLaren Formula 1 car. And that would be so great. Let's have a look. I refresh the page. Yeah, there we are. Guys, it's happening. A-class license. And the MPR is done. So, yeah, as you guys were right. Thank you, Robert, for being here.
Maybe why don't we end up the stream with maybe 2 or 3 laps in MP4 30 as a goodbye for the streamers.
As a goodbye for the streamers. All right, we're gonna do this. So, test. We do the MP4-30 around which track?
You decide.
Let's just do Road America just for the sake of it, because we just raced it.
Sure.
Oh damn, I clicked the message away with the A-class. Ah. Never mind. Thank you very much, Joris. Yeah, Mr. Clean. Good point. So we just do it 2 or 3 laps because I'm actually in a hurry again.
Well, you can still pull the screenshot from the stream of getting promoted to A class.
Yeah, very true that. Very true. Let me just see. I wanted to catch up with someone tonight still. Meanwhile, the game should be loading. So yeah, that was a good run. That was a good thing. I mean, I have no clue on the setup for this car, and oh wow, oh wow. You're gonna get Robert. You will have some fun with that car setting that up. All right. Yeah, you will. I wanna
hope so.
Fix my cams a bit though. I have no clue where to shift with that car. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No one will be able to hear you at all. Wait a second. This car is so damn loud.
Why
not? There we go. That's better.
Thank you.
I hear you better. You can return to normal.
Just trolling.
Rip. Cockpit view. Hold on a second. Alright, let's try again on this. Alright, as soon as you hit spinning wheels, you're literally done. I think until you can give it full throttle. That is taking quite awfully long. Oh yeah, Willie OT, I can see your point. By the way, I do have not set a button for DRS yet, and I probably should get a button box in right now for all that ERS settings. Holy moly. Right, happily this is the basic set, and you can do something about all this.
Sure I can.
Anyone knows what a good lap time would be in that car?
I never followed any races with this car, so I'm not sure how fast this car should be competitive. But knowing that you like open wheels much more than GT cars, I totally expect you to get grips with this car quite fast, and once you do, maybe do very well in some races. I'm not saying that you have to be at the top every time, but I totally expect you to be more competitive than in Blancpain. Who knows, maybe you will be Kronke killer.
Yeah, Matt, this is default set and default temperature, or testing, I think it's default weather. RIP. Yeah, you are not allowed to spin them rears at all.
Which
Yeah.
is actually quite realistic.
Yeah. Yes, this car definitely has some understeer in it.
That can be fixed.
Yeah, but it's also the characteristics of the car.
But this is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it is. This beast wants to spin out on you every single second.
I think once you get used to how the car actually wants to be driven like, and even with default setup it should look a lot more stable. Right now you are just straight from GT, which requires a really unique way of driving compared to F1. So once you get used to this car, I totally expect you to be totally fine even with default, but I will add a good setup to this, and I expect you to be competitive in this car.
Just let's see. Towards your question there, more on guitar. I need to give it a proper try first, and I will stop it here because Mom's wanting to go to bed, and I still got an appointment with someone on the phone. I really need to give it a proper try first before actually being able to talk about the realism between rFactor 2 and iRacing on this Formula 1 car. However, the Formula Sim racing car feels easier, and I do not know about realism. I've neither driven both in reality. And thank you very much, Matt, sorry, for your hints already. I think I will be needing a lot of hints in the future. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Robert, for being here. Thank you for all your comments already.
My pleasure.
I will keep that 137.3 in my mind and note it down to see whether we're gonna hit that at some point. So I thank you all very much for being here. It was a great evening for me then, in the end. And let's see when we meet up next time. For now, all I can say is thank you very much for watching, and good night to everyone. Have a nice Sunday evening. Robert, anything to add from your side?
Only that everyone should celebrate with maybe drinking a bottle of wine just to celebrate Michi getting a license. But maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe someone's lightheaded and he will throw up instantly. So maybe not a bottle, but a glass.
I will do it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making this dream come true to hit 1,000 subscriptions. And have a nice evening, everyone. See you.
Good night, guys.